Anybody out there?
And now, live from Manchester,
Hello to you all from the north.
If you were tuned into the Fun Pack Radio 1 last night, or BBC One, you'll have seen the simulcast of Pink Floyd's concert from Earl's Court. And I think it was a great programme. And there was also a documentary about the Pink Floyd story before the concert. And I watched it on Video when I got home, because I got one of them video machines, because I'm in showbiz. And it was amazing, really, because it was plain to see for the first time the real driving force of the band. It's never been seen before. Forget Syd Barrett, Roger Waters, Dave Gilmour. Forget the real germ of musical genius is to be found in the drum wizardry of Nick Mason. And I'm delighted to say that Nick is with us tonight to play some of his legendary percussive patterns. Nick, hi.
Hello.
How are you tonight?
Okay.
Did you enjoy the simulcast?
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Right, okay. So you're going to play some of your memorable drum patterns from some of the classics of Floyd, which I think everybody will, it's going to be amazing how you can recognise.
Yes.
So, don't tell us what they are. Just burst into your first one on your monster kit there, Nick.
Yeah.
From Pink Floyd.
Okay.
Nick Mason.
Okay.
Fantastic. Nick Mason, who can ever forget? Wish You Were Here. And we'll have
it was Echoes. That was Echoes.
Oh, was it? It was Echo?
Yes.
Sorry, right. Who can ever forget the percussive majesty of Echoes? Yeah. Fantastic.
Yes.
Thanks, Nick. Fantastic. Right, Nick Mason, percussive masterclass with us throughout the evening.
That because what I think is, and that you didn't point out was Nick, and in all deference, Nick, obviously live he can't play the fills as well, because you have to have somebody else to do it, because if you listen to the records, there's not just that driving beat underneath, but occasionally there are fills. But obviously you can't, you're a drummer. Yeah. You can't actually do...
Well, I thought I was a drummer. I mean, having heard Nick, I've hung up my sticks for good, obviously.
Yeah. Can I say something very positive, which I want to say? I had... this morning, I did this thing at the London Film Festival, which was a bunch of British directors talking about the future of the British film industry. And I just want to say this. There is a British film coming out by a director called Danny Boyle that's called Shallow Grave. And every now and then when you see a film and you think, damn, that is really, really good, and I'm really excited about it. And anyway, Shallow Grave, it's coming out in early January. It's directed by Danny Boyle. Most of it's shot in Edinburgh. It's a kind of chilling, dark, black, satirical comedy thing. And it just makes you think, hooray, here is a British film that you can actually stand up with no embarrassment at all, say, this is really superb stuff.
That's very good, Mark. Of course, the problem is that the cinema is dead, isn't it? Because it's all going to be Infonet. Apparently,
is it?
No one's ever going to go out ever again.
You're just going to dial it up.
You got everything on your screen or down a phone or whatever. Nobody is ever going to go out ever.
Well, if that's the case, why is it that when I went to go and see Frankenstein again at the Southampton multiplex over the weekend, it was packed?
Well, if you're going to nitpick, I mean, you've just spotted the tiny little chink of a flaw.
What, that you can't get in? You have to wait for the late night performance before you can get in.
Yes, all right.
And also, what with the new video recording, what with the new video recordings that changes, you can get to see things in the cinema that you can't see on video, and everyth's banned on video nowadays.
Thank you, Nick. Yeah. Anyway, I've got a request here. This is from Francis in Newcastle. I overheard a conversation.
Oh, did you? How did you hear about that?
Well, you called it Newcastle.
Yeah, how did you hear this? Would this thing go out on air?
Because I'm a nosy get.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just said Newcastle. I said Newcastle, and Sting tore me off a strip and said Newcastle, and it was Newcastle. And I said, well, I'm from London. And he said, well, you're pronouncing it wrong. And I thought, coming from a man who spent the last 6 years imitating Bob Marley.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I never had him down as an uppity kind of person. No, me neither. Right, and it said, please will you play something for Ben Lukey, it looks like. His friend Ben Lukey. Oh, her friend. Oh, anyway. And Oh, thanks. That's Nick Mason saying hello. That's a bonus for you. And he wants to get a copy of the song by Edward Barton that goes, "It's a fine day, people dum 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 dum," sung by a woman with a beautiful voice all by herself. Well, we're not going to play it tonight, but I thought maybe, Nick, because you're going to give us some more Pink Floyd drum patterns in the second hour of the programme.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps we could do a sort of small version of it right now.
For sure.
Right, okay. You start then with that fabulous driving beat that you do.
It's a fine day, people playing thingies, they do the thingies. Very sure.
Very good. Nick Mason, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Mason. Pink Floyd drummer Nick Mason. Hi, Nick.
Hiya.
As seen and heard in concert last night and revealed as the true power behind the Floyd throne, as one of the contributors to the documentary that preceded the concert put it. And I'm paraphrasing here, Sid was a visionary genius, Roger had the business acumen, Rick had the musical sensibility, and Nick had a van. These days, of course, things are different because, Nick, you got a huge collection of vans, including a vintage Commodore Mobile, I believe.
I bought a Rascal today.
Oh, did you? Lovely,
yes,
right.
Bedford Rascal.
And interestingly, a recent Q article assessed the relative personalities of the three remaining Pinksters. Thus, Rick's the quiet one, and so is Dave, and so is Nick. It's not right, that, though, really, is it?
It's funny.
Anyway, on with the unmistakable Masonic drum parts that have defined the Floyd's finest moments. Take it away, Nick. Remember when you were young? Who can forget that shine on you?
That was time from Dark Side of the Moon. That wasn't what you said. That was time.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure. No, you're right, actually. It was.
Right, okay, brilliant. Okay, so, all right, Nick, thanks.
Just keeping my hand in.
Nick Mason, ladies and gentlemen. Nick, for Christ's sake, will you shut up?
Sorry.
Right, okay.
Answers on a postcard too.
Now.
And can you read it slowly? Because somebody's written a letter saying, "Oi, please can you read out the film corner?" This is from Colin Payne in Tring. Please can you read out the film corner competition address slowly, as I'm little hard of thinking.
Right, I shall do this, and I shall do this with the aid of Nick Mason in the style of Dark Side of the Moon. BBC Radio 1FM. Oh, turn it down, for God's sake, Nick. You just milk it, don't you, all the time. Sorry. Every time Dave wants to do a guitar solo, you're just in there milking it.
Sorry.
Stealing his thunder. BBC Radio 1FM. Oxford Road, Manchester M60 1SJ. Mark Kermode, Cult Film Corner.
And mark your entries, Nick Mason.
BBC Radio 1FM, Oxford Road, Manchester M60 1SJ. Right, Mark.
Okay, and shut up. Thank you. And a nice letter from Daniel Barnes, who set up this film society at school, and he just said, as a result of listening to the programme, they've been showing these films on Thursday afternoon that we'll be watching. They watched Dougal and the Blue Cat in French, and he wanted to Pollock say Le Chaton Bleu. Yes. And he wanted some suggestions of other movies that they could get that wouldn't annoy their headmaster, but would, on the other hand, be good. And so just off the top of my head, Head, the Monkeys film, Abu Souf, which is great fun, Ninth Configuration, which you can't live without seeing, Don't Look Now. There's a British movie called Resurrected, which is about the Falkland Islands, which I mentioned because of this fact that they say they're working on a script about football and the Middle East conflict. And, of course, Bride of Frankenstein, which I think you can generally get on 16mm and is one of the finest horror movies ever made. Most of those you can probably slip by your headmaster. The raciest thing we ever got by the headmaster in our school was when they showed Midnight Cowboy, which was considered to be really... and then they showed Psycho at our film society and somebody passed out.
Yes.
There we are.
Good message. Limited audience for that particular part of the show.
I was just replying, because somebody bothered to write in and ask.
A postcard on the school notice board. Right, okay. Thank you very much, Mark Kermode. And
Bye.
Thank you very much, Nick Mason.
Bye-bye.
Claire Sturgis is next.
Marks Radcliffe, missing you already.